Capital levels.
You're 24. $847 is all that's left. No vacations, no splurges, just existing. And somehow, $847 is all that's left. Andy earned $42,000 a year. Not bad for early 20s. But break down the reality. Rent? $1,698. Transportation? $1,110. Student loans? $330. Groceries, insurance, phone, utilities, everything a normal human being needs. Take-home pay after taxes, about $3,400 a month. After every expense, $847 remains. Andy made a decision that most people would call the smartest move possible. He walked into a dealership, he bought a car, and he paid cash. $32,000, one payment, no installments, no interest, no debt. Take-home pay after taxes? About $3,400 a month. After every expense, $847 remains. Andy felt like a financial genius. But at that same dealership, on that same day, another person bought the exact same car. Lisa. She made a completely different decision. And that decision would compound into a difference of over $230,000 over the next 20 years. Here's what most people don't understand about paying cash. Andy paid the sticker price, $32,000 down to the penny. Why? Because cash buyers rarely negotiate. When you have the money, you don't haggle over $2,400 in savings. You just buy. Lisa negotiated. She let the dealer know she had multiple options. She walked out at $29,600, $2,400, less than sticker. Same car, same day, different approach. Now add what Andy left on the table in manufacturer incentives. In 2025, the average new car incentive sat at about $3,400. Cash buyers almost never qualify for these. Dealer kickbacks, subsidized interest rates, only for buyers who finance through the manufacturer. 0% financing is real. So is 0.9. So is 1.9. These aren't traps designed to ensnare you. They're marketing tools to move inventory. Lisa qualified for 1.9% financing. Over 60 months, she paid less than $1,500 in interest total. Andy saved on interest, but overpaid by $2,400 on the sticker. He thought he'd won. The math says otherwise. Andy avoided debt, but left $3,400 in incentives on the table and overpaid $2,400 on the price. His cash decision cost him $5,900 before the car even left the lot. And that was just the beginning. But the real cost isn't what Andy paid. It's what he gave up. $32,000 locked inside a depreciating asset means $32,000 earning zero returns anywhere else. Financial advisors call it opportunity cost. It's invisible, so most people ignore it. That's a mistake. Had Andy financed the car and invested the $32,000 instead, even conservatively, the numbers shift dramatically. A simple index fund at 7% per year. After 5 years, $32,000 grows to nearly $45,000. After 10, over $62,000. After 20, closer to $124,000, without adding a single dollar more. Lisa's situation gets even more interesting. She put $4,000 down and invested the $28,000 she didn't use as a down payment. After 5 years at 6.8%, that down payment became a portfolio worth $39,000. But Lisa did more. Every month, while paying her auto loan, she invested the amount she would have otherwise paid in cash, $770, every single month. $25,000 in additional contributions over 5 years. Her portfolio grew from $39,000 to $68,000. Lisa earned over $12,000 in investment interest alone. And her total loan interest? About $14.98. She paid less than $1,500 in loan interest and earned over $12,000 in investment returns. That's a net gain of over $10,000 while driving the exact same car as Andy. Meanwhile, Andy's car, the one he paid cash for to avoid debt, has lost $16,000 to $19,000 in value, just like that, while sitting in his driveway. The average new car loses about 20% the moment it drives off the lot. After 1 year, 25%. After 5 years, 50% to 60%. Andy's $32,000 car is now worth between $13,000 and $16,000. He locked up $32,000 in cash to own an asset now worth half that. But here comes the part that makes the difference almost unbelievable. The $68,000 Lisa built up? If she stops contributing entirely and just lets that money keep growing for another 20 years, at the same rate, it becomes almost $255,000. Andy's car, which he owns debt-free, is maybe worth $14,000 by then. The wealth gap between identical decisions, one financed, one paid in cash, is over $230,000. Same car, same day, same starting point, two completely different financial futures. And we haven't even talked about the incentives Andy left on the table when he said those 5 words. I'm paying cash, best price. When Andy said that, he thought he was negotiating from a position of strength. The dealer heard something entirely different. He heard a customer who just eliminated his most profitable revenue stream. No financing means, no loan markup, no extended warranty sale, no gap insurance, no back-end profit whatsoever. So they did what any business would do. They recovered the difference on the front end. Andy paid $32,000. Lisa paid $29,600 for the same car. The dealer gave Lisa a better price because he knew he'd make it back through the finance office. Andy saved on interest, but overpaid by $2,400 on the sticker. He thought he'd won. The math says otherwise. Now, ADD, the manufacturer incentives Andy never got. In 2025, the average new car incentive was $3,400. Cash buyers almost never qualify. Dealer kickbacks, subsidized rates, only for buyers who finance through the manufacturer. Andy saved on interest but left $3,400 on the table and overpaid $2,400 on price. His cash decision cost him $5,900 before the car even left the lot. But the real cost isn't what Andy paid, it's what he gave up. $32,000 are locked inside an asset guaranteed to lose value. Financial advisors call it opportunity cost. It's invisible, so most people ignore it. That is the most expensive mistake you can make. You're not choosing between debt and freedom when you pay cash. You're choosing between liquidity and locked up capital. You're not choosing between debt and freedom when you pay cash. You're choosing between liquidity and locked up capital. Debt-free doesn't mean free. It means your money is stuck where you need it least. A car is not an investment. It loses value the second you drive it off. Treating it like something worth tying up your entire savings, that is the mistake. Smart money keeps cash working. It finances the things that depreciate you and invests the difference. This isn't a secret. This isn't an exception. This is math. Finance the depreciation, invest the gap. Lisa paid $770 a month. Painful, yes, but her money was working on two fronts at the same time. On one hand, she was paying off her car. On the other, her portfolio was growing, $68,000 after 5 years, and if she stops contributing and just lets it grow for 20 more, $255,000. Andy thought he was being responsible. He was being expensive. The responsibility he felt was a feeling. The cost was a fact. Most people will never calculate this. They'll pay cash because it feels right, and they'll never know what it cost them. Feelings are not a financial plan. Responsibility without math is just another word for loss. Next time you're staring down a purchase decision, don't ask, "Can I pay cash?" Ask, "What will it cost me later if I do?" Because the money you lock up goes quiet, but it doesn't disappear. It just works for someone else. Andy thought he was buying freedom. He bought a cage made of sheet metal, and the door was open the entire time. Smart money finances the depreciation, invests the difference, and lets the math decide, not the feeling.
Subscribe now, see you.
Subscribe now.
See you.